Good day, everyone. I'm Charissa and Agustin from Teacher Tree from Nueva Ecija Senior High School. And my topic will be for the agri-fishery arts. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Okay, so I will be discussing about the introduction of agriculture. Okay, so let us first know the learning objective for this session is I will be discussing the history and the importance of agriculture. Second is identify the agricultural tools. And third, explain the common agricultural tools. So agriculture is a broadly defined as a science and art of a systematic production of useful plants and animals. For man's use through the human management, farming can be defined as this in the same way, but agriculture goes further. For it applies scientific knowledge for better production and covers the processing and marketing of farm production as well. As a science, agriculture includes the following sub-areas. We have the agronomy, animal husbandry, agricultural economics, and farm engineering. Let us proceed first with the agronomy. So agronomy is the study of the culture of fields, crops, and the management of soil, which supports them. Next, animal husbandry. It is a branch of agriculture concerned with animals that are raised for meat, fiber, milks, eggs, and other products. It includes day-to-day care, selective breeding, and grazing of livestock. This one is also the most important in agricultural economics. It is an applied field of economics concerned with application of economic theory in optimizing the production and distribution of food and fiber. Well, in the farm engineering, this is the study of the application of engineering techniques and agricultural production. So, what is that for again? We have the four sub areas of the agriculture. We have the agronomy, animal husbandry, agricultural economics, and farm engineering. So let's proceed with the history of agriculture. Agriculture began as far back as the time of primitive cultures, about 10,000 years ago. Archaeologists have unearthed evidence that Egypt and Sumerian were the earliest center of agriculture. Remember that, class? For example, the Arabs introduced rice, sugar canes, and other crops to Spain and Portugal. During the Muslim invasion of the Iberian Peninsula, the British adopted tea production and tea drinking during their inventions of India and Ceylon in the 19th century. In the Philippines, most of our agricultural products and techniques were introduced by our Asian neighbors like Spaniards, Americans, and other foreign influences. Rice came from the South Asia, corn from Mexico, and cocoa and cassava from Brazil. The importance of agriculture. So lahat tayo, especially in our area, in Nueva Ecija, mahalagang papel po ang agrikultura. For decades, agriculture has been associated with the production of essential food crops. At present, agriculture above and beyond farming includes forestry, dairy fruits, cultivation, poultry, beekeeping, mushroom, and arbitrary. Below are the importance of agriculture. Number one, which is all we need this source of livelihood. Okay. Contribution to national revenue. Supply of food as well as fodder. Next is significance to the international trade. Marketable surplus. Source of raw materials. Significance in transport. Foreign exchange resources. Great employment opportunity. Economic development. Source of saving. Food security. So this is the importance of our agriculture in our life. So kung magsasaka ka, hindi ka dapat mahiya. Lalo-lalo na dito sa atin sa Nueva Ecija. Dahil puno tayo ng agrikultura, ang ating bayan. Next, source of livelihood. The main source livelihood of many people in agriculture, approximately 70% of the people directly rely on agriculture as a mean of living. This high percentage in agriculture as a result of non-development of non-agricultural activities to absorb the fast-growing population. However, most people in the developed countries do not engage in agriculture. Let's move to the contribution to the national revenue. Agriculture is the main source of the national income for most developing countries. However, for the developed countries, agriculture contributes a smaller percentage to their national income. For the supply as food as a fodder, agricultural sector provides fodder for domestic animals. Cow provides people with milk, which as form of protective food. Moreover, livestock also meets people food requirements. The significance of the international trade. Agricultural products like sugar, tea, rice, spices, tobacco, coffee, and other things constitute to the major items of exports of countries that rely on agriculture. Excuse me. If there is a smooth development practice of agriculture, imports are reduced while export increases considerably. Next is the marketable surplus. The growth of agricultural sector contributes to the marketable surplus. Many people engage in manufacturing, mining as well as other non-agricultural sector. As the nation develops, all these individuals relies on food production that they might meet from the national marketable surplus. Source of raw materials. the main source of raw materials to major industries such as cotton, jute, fabric, sugar, tobacco, edible as well as non-edible oils is agriculture. Moreover, many other industries such as processing of fruits as well as vegetables and rice, husking get the raw materials mainly from agriculture. Let's proceed. Significance in transport. Bulks of agricultural products are transported by railways and roadworks from farm to factories. Mostly internal trade is in agricultural products. Moreover, the revenue of the government to the larger extent relies to the success of agricultural sector. For the foreign exchange resources, the nation's export trade depends largely on agricultural sector. For example, agricultural commodities such as jute, tobacco, spices, oilseeds, raw cotton, tea, as well as coffee, accounts for an approximately 18% of the entire value of export of a country. This demonstrates that agriculture products also contributes to the important source of earning a country foreign exchange. Great employment opportunity, such as construction of irrigation scheme, drainage system, as well as other such activities in the agricultural sector, is important as it provides larger employment opportunities. Agriculture sector provides more employment opportunity to the labor force that reduce the high rates of unemployment in the developing country caused by the fast growing population. Economic development. Since agriculture employs many people, it contributes to economic development. As a result, the national income levels as well as people's standards of living is improved. The fast rate of the development in agriculture sector offers progressive outlook as well as increased motivation for the development. For the source of saving, listen, development in agriculture may also increase savings. The rich farmers we see today started saving, particularly after the Green Revolution. This surplus quantity may be invested further in the agriculture sector to develop the sector. Food security. A stable agricultural sector ensures a nation of food security. The main requirement of any country is food security. Food security prevents malnourishment that has traditionally been believed to be one of the major problems faced by the developing countries. Here are the common agricultural tools. By the way, do you have any other questions for the topic that I've discussed? Okay, good. So we can proceed to the next one, to the common agricultural tools. We have the machete or bolo. In the screen, you will see the picture of machete, or you can say it bolo. Bolo is a tool used for cutting grasses, shrub, and some woody plants. a short handle hoe and a long handle hoe, with the tools with a blade set across the end of its handle and use weeding and loosening soil. So here's the picture. Next, we have the spade. Spade is a flat blade, long handle, spade shaped digging tools. Next, okay, sinong hindi nakakaalam niyan? Okay, everyone knows that. Shovel, a tool with broad scoop and long handle used for lifting and moving loose materials. Okay, rake is a very popular among us. So, rake is a broom for outside use, a horticultural implement consisting a toothed bar fixed transversely to a handle or tines fixed to a handle and used to collect leaves, hay, grass, and other more. Next, we have the shears. Shears are used for trimming hedges, grass, and other gardening activities. Pickaxe. Pickaxe or pick is a generally T-shaped hand tools for prying. Its head is typically metal attached perpendicularly to a longer handle traditionally made of wood, occasionally metal and increasingly fiberglass. The next we have is Matok. Matak has a broad as horizontal blade, usually with a pick or axe on the other end of the head. Axe Axe is a tool with a long handle and bladed head used for chopping wood or trunk of a tree. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. So let me leave you with this quote. Agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will in the end contribute most to the real world, good morals, and happiness, by Thomas Jefferson. Thank you for listening to me today. Okay, I hope you learned something or you learn a lot with the discussion that I have made. Thank you once again for this uh, division webinar.